Hello and welcome to my new series, Navigating Midlife. I'm Linda Johnston, life coach, author, and someone who's been right where you are, wondering how on earth to make sense of this next chapter. This series comes from the heart of my latest book, The Journey Back to You, where I challenge you to take an honest look inside, maybe for the first time in years, and ask, am I really living in alignment with who I am or just running on autopilot? So over the coming weeks, I'm going to share what I've learned in 15 years of studying, living, and coaching through the midlife experience. So today we start where real change begins, and that's with self-awareness. So research shows that when we see ourselves clearly, we make better decisions, we've got stronger relationships, and we communicate more effectively. Self-awareness helps us to grow, set healthy boundaries, and live with purpose. The problem is, though, most of us think that we're self-aware, but really we're not. We're often moving so fast, reacting instead of reflecting, that we don't see what's really going on underneath the surface. And that's where life can really start to feel off, like you're busy all the time, but not moving forward. And you're fine on the outside, but quietly stressed, tired, or unhappy on the inside. So let's talk about a few reasons why this happens and see if any of these sound familiar. So first of all, there's the fear of being vulnerable. Sometimes we avoid looking too closely at ourselves because what if we don't like what we see? Or worse, what if someone else sees it too? So we keep that emotional mask on and we never really get to know who's underneath. The second one is fear of change. We humans are creatures of habit. Even if the habit isn't good for us, we'll cling to it because at least it's familiar. Change means stepping into the unknown, and in midlife, the unknown can feel extra daunting. The third one is fear of the truth. It's easier to stay busy, keep scrolling on our phones, or distract ourselves than to face the truth, because the truth might mean we have to make big, sometimes uncomfortable decisions. And fourthly, the fear of being wrong. In midlife, we've built careers, families, identities, and the thought that we may have got parts of it wrong, that can really sting. But here's the secret. Being wrong isn't failure. It's actually the door to freedom. So what happens if we don't do this inner work? What happens if we don't become more self-aware? Well, we see increased stress and anxiety because we're chasing goals that don't align with who we are. Or we make poor decisions because we're guessing instead of choosing based on our values. Our relationships can suffer because we can't communicate boundaries we don't know we have. We feel unfulfilled, burying our talents under years of being practical or doing what's expected. We become dependent on external validation, which is exhausting because other people's opinions constantly change. And we turn to escapism. Could be wine, work, Netflix, anything but sitting with ourselves. And maybe most of all, we drift through life with no clear purpose or direction, feeling like every day is on repeat. But here's the good news. Self-awareness is a skill, and you can build it at any age. Over this series, I'm going to show you how to ask the right questions, make small but powerful changes, and uncover the truest version of yourself. But for now, I want you to sit with this one question. So, what is one area in my life where I suspect I'm not being completely honest with myself? That's it. No judgment, no fixing, just notice. So if you've enjoyed this and you want to dive deeper, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode, and where we'll be exploring the first practical step in becoming more self-aware. And trust me, it's simpler than you think, but it can change everything. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.